Next is flow of human act. Okay, so when we do something as a human, the first what we do is we do the niyyah. We have the intention. What is our intention to do the project? Is it to get a profit, full profit? Is it to give benefit to the society, or what is it? And number two, once you have the right niyyah, then you will act upon the niyyah. Say, okay, I want to create a device that will help the society so that the old people will not, we can go to the masjid, for example. Then you find the means. What are the methodology to do it? So you need to find the right means to make sure that you can act upon it correctly. Then in the end, you have results. So this is the flow, and it started with niyyah, and then you see the results. And as you know, in Islam, Allah will not look at the results. Human being, yes, we look at results, but Allah will look at your heart and also your action. So the result depends on Allah. If Allah wants it to happen or want to give it successful, then Allah will give. So okay. Now, main functions of engineers. So here are listing of 16 main functions. You can read on your own, starting from the conceptual design. So for each of the function, there will be an ethical question. So wherever function or whatever job scope that you do as an engineer, now or later, there will always be ethical question. So you, as an engineer, we should think what are the possible ethical questions that will come up from your project. So for example, the one you do at CSR, what is the ethical question that come up? You need to think about it. So for example, the conceptual design, what is the Islamic perception? Is it Islamic? Is it within the Sharia? If it's not within the Sharia, what is within and what is without? If it's not clear, maybe we have to ask a learned person, an expert, to understand whether our project is it within Sharia or not. If it's not within Sharia, it's haram. Okay, then I won't read all of this. So you can see here, if you have a what do you call it, final test of the product, your job is to do final test on the product. So what's the ethical question? You need independence and quality of the tester. So you need to be independent. You cannot have other people influence the result of the test. So that's ethics, ethical. You need to be honest. You need to be honest on your results. So you can read the rest of this. What are the responsibilities of engineers? So we have divided into two: the internal responsibilities and the external responsibilities. The internal responsibilities, number one is collegiality. What is collegiality? It's the, let me change this to, is the companionship and cooperation between colleagues who share responsibility. So among the internal responsibility is you and with your colleague, right? The one who will be working with you, so who are doing the job with you. So your responsibility is to cooperate. Change color, sorry. You need to cooperate with respect, commitment and connectedness. So this the responsibility. It's the same as you working in a group in the university. So you are working in a team. You should have respect to each other. You need to have commitment. Okay, give the best commitment that you can for the work. And also connectedness. Connectedness means that you need to be focused and work together. It's not that, oh, I just don't care, let the two person do. That is not an amanah. You are not doing the amanah properly. Okay. And then number two is loyalty. So you need to have loyalty to your company. For example, you are working with a company, there must be some loyalty. You cannot just go to another company and say, hey, I know a secret about this company, I will tell you. Cannot. So you have the loyalty to the company, and that is your responsibility. Number three is the respect for authority. Okay, so this is important. And this is part of ethics. This, even if you are not a Muslim, the other non-Muslim out there will also learn about the social and global responsibilities. So all engineers should have respect for authority. And as a person, as an individual, if you're not even working as an engineer, you also have to have respect for authority. Authority means somebody who is higher up in hierarchy compared to you, right? So if it's in your company, it's your boss, or you're the CEO, the COO, right? As long as they are within, whatever they ask is within the Sharia, you should respect. Okay, so for us in the university, who is the authority? The authority will be the kuliah, the university. So the dean, deputy dean, the lecturers, right? And in the university level, it's the rector, deputy rector. So we should respect. That is part of our responsibility. And number 4 is collective bargaining. What does it mean? It means negotiation of wages and other conditions of employment by an organised body of employees. So another responsibility that sometimes you need to, when you do collective bargaining, meaning is that you negotiate your wages or other conditions, right? When you asking for work, you're asking for your salary, or you are doing a project, so you are negotiating the conditions of the project. You need to ensure the 3 things over here, which is you need to attack the problem, not people. Okay, so sometimes you don't be personal at attacking people. Maybe you disagree with what he says, but attack the problem, not him. And number 2 is you need to build trust. When you do collect the bargaining, you need to, your responsibility is to build trust between you and the person that you are negotiating. And the third one is to start with discussion and analysis of interest, concern, needs, and not solutions. First, you need to understand the problem. So that's why we need to discuss and analyze the interest, and come up with the best solution. Okay, so that is the internal responsibilities. It's all common sense. So you can read, you can think, and do the best that you think that you should do. So what are the external responsibilities as an engineer? Number 1 is confidentiality. So this between you and the outside people of the company, right? So first, confidential. You need to make your job confidential. You cannot tell everything, all the design, all the the secret of your company to the outside people. Number 2, reporting. You have a responsibility to report if it's not confidential, right? Or it's the whatever you have the company is doing is affecting the society. So then you need to whistleblow, which is reporting. Number 3, occupational crimes. So you also need to report on occupational crimes. Sometimes you need to ensure, or not to ensure, if you find out that your company have occupational crimes, so this will be covered in the previous weeks. You need to report it. And number 4, conflict of interest due to financial investment, insider trading, bribes. So you need to ensure that you don't have this. You don't do this. It's an amanah to ensure that we don't have conflict of interest. Okay.